Okay, everyone. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good night, since this is a global. Thank you for joining us today. In this webinar, we will be going to spend some time to cover three main topics. What is InConnect? Why do you need it? And how does it work? I hope after this webinar, you will have a better understanding of this cloud service. A little introduction to ourselves. My name is Luis, and I work as a BD and sales manager at InHand Networks, European sales team. Zila, who is our technical support engineer. Together, we will do the talks in today's webinar. So here is the contents. Here's what we are going to talk about today. First, we'll start with some basic introduction to InHand Networks. To help you understand more of us as an organization. Then we can discuss about the needs, why a more up-to-date solution like InConnect is needed widely nowadays. We will also compare the new solutions with the traditional ones. After that, you will be hearing about the basics of InConnect, as well as a demonstration and the use cases. At the end, we will be answering some questions if there's any. So I guess most of you here today are not very familiar with us. I'd like to spend just a moment to bring you up to speed with who we are. InHand was founded 19 years ago in 2001 and have grown up to be one of the largest industrial communications equipment. We manufacture industrial communication equipment, and GE Healthcare since 2005, they became our customers. And now we are a global supplier to GE Healthcare. We are also a supplier to the State Grid of China since 2007, where we have over 1 million modems in operation. In 2012, we became official partner for Schneider Electric and Rockwell Automations. In 2017, we had several successful projects with Siemens, E.ON, and RWE in the European market. These projects brought us to an even higher standard. More recently, we have just completed the building of new 120,000 square feet factory in Jiaxing, which is very close to Shanghai city. In February this year, InHand became listed on the Shanghai Stock Exchange Star Markets. You can take it as the equivalent of China's NASDAQ. Worldwide speaking, we have over 300 employees, and over 100 of them are working in the R&D department. That is one thing we are really proud of. We have strong R&D resources, which allows us to quickly respond to customers' demands. Besides China, we have employees around the world, including the US, UK, France, and Germany. And we have distributing partners in many more regions. All of our production facilities work within an ISO 9000 regime, and all the products have the appropriate certifications for the territory they are designed for, including CE marking, FCC, E marking for those vehicle-based products. And we back up our products with great technical support, and we give a 3-year warranty. So here are the IoT products and solutions we offer. We offer a wide range of products, from basic cellular modems to high-end edge computing gateways, industrial PCs and switches as well. To support this hardware, we came up with 2 software platforms, InConnect, which will be the main topic today, and we have Device Manager. Device Manager is a free software for customers to remotely manage InHand devices. Besides, we offer several end-to-end solutions, including smart grid system, working with our power line grid sensors and concentrators. We have a smart ATM system. This is to be working with our in-routers, and we have a smart fleet management system. This to be worked with our vehicle gateways. So Here's a question which many of the engineers and the technicians would ask. What if I want to access my machines which far away? Personally, I would think the ultimate question is how to improve OEE, meaning overall equipment's effectiveness. Over the years, we had a lot of conversations with automation engineers and maintenance technicians. We learned that their demands are mainly, first, how to maximize productivity by minimizing downtime. Second, how to manage complex system with large number of machines and massive data. Third, how to prevent small faults more proactively. Fourth, how to reduce the maintenance costs. I believe these questions raised here are the same cases for you as well. So if your machines are far away, in this case, when we talk about operating machines on remote sites, we talk about high costs for remote monitoring and maintenance, which means high cost for labor and IT, meanwhile with the low efficiency. It can be very time-consuming to travel to different sites, not mentioning the restriction due to the coronavirus today. Sometimes when the technicians get to the sites, it might only take 5 or 10 minutes, then the problem solved. Today, with all the competition and fast-paced working environments, the old-fashioned way is no longer acceptable. Customers and users require much more faster response and preventive maintenance before the issue even happens. According to a study, around 65% of machine operational issues would only need to update some software or change some parameters. Traditionally, there were 2 ways to do the remote maintenance job. Some manufacturers choose VPN, the others will choose RDC, meaning remote desk connection. So VPN, virtual private network, is the one that mostly commonly used solutions. As you can see from the diagram, we need VPN routers at each end and the internet to facilitate the connection. While having remote access, it requires the related persons to have extensive IT knowledge. It's not only about to set up the routing hardware, they have to also deal with configuration of IP address, security key, authentications, and many other factors. VPN applications require VPN servers to have static public IP address with designated ports. Firewalls require the user to create NAT rules with port forwarding enabled. These can be concerns for IT departments due to the security issues. There are methods to implement higher security standards. For example, utilize different pre-shared keys for each VPN tunnel. However, this should only be okay when there are only limited number of VPN tunnels. As we know, each VPN server only supports a certain number of VPN tunnels. So if the business expands and more machines are connected, people would have to keep setting more new servers, and this will bring high cost for labor and hardware. The location of the servers can be another issue, which limits the flexibility. Besides VPN, the other commonly used method is remote desktop connection, RDC. Comparing to VPN, it can be easier when setting up. However, this kind of connection would have to expose the on-site internal network to the public, which can be risky. When connecting to PLC using remote desktop, we need designated computer with all related software installed. When the business grows, customers will need more computers with more software. The cost and the workload for maintaining these computers and upgrading software will be high for sure. To summarize, you will have a number of challenges when using these traditional solutions. First off, configuring VPNs and firewalls and setting up IP subnets is complex stuff, especially if you don't have an IT department to assist you. It is also challenging when there is need to expand business, technical-wise and cost-wise. Then there is the security aspect. Public static IP is no longer an option. Bad guys are increasingly targeting things rather than targeting people, because they know there are more security holes in there. To help with this, InHand has created the InConnect service. So where would you use this? InConnect service would come to its own where you have a remote system with multiple devices on the LAN, which you want to access from hundreds of miles away on your laptop. The sites connect to InConnect. Your laptop connects to InConnect, and then instantly the two are bridged together. The InConnect service consists of three main parts. Number one, the router and gateway which connect to machines on site. Number two, the cloud service, which is deployed on Amazon Cloud. Number three, on the client sides, the service will allow you to connect to remote sites through different ways from anytime and anywhere. Also, once the network is established, the remote devices like PLCs and HMIs can talk to each other. As you can see from this page, there can be different kinds of connections. Normally, we think there are three common scenarios. Number one scenario, when users and technicians connecting to the sites, they can access all connected devices and remotely configure the program, update the software, and diagnose problems. The second scenario would be when the data center is connected to the industrial sites, the connection can be always on. So the data will be collected continuously, and the technician would be able to monitor the machines very easily. The third scenario would be when different sites are connected to each other, there can be a network, so they have access to each other. This is a good solution to control many slave stations via a master station. InConnect is highly scalable for IoT, so I believe InConnect is even a better solution for those rapidly growing customers. It allows you to easily add or remove sites. Each account supports up to 4,000 sites. And we will, on a regular basis, upgrade bandwidth, processor features, memory, and storage to support our customers' growth and make sure that service is always smooth. Regarding security, which is concerned by many of the users, InConnect is deployed on Amazon Web Service Cloud, so the security standards is always up to date. The routers and gateways which work with the InConnect service also have the CA certificates. Data transmission is secured with AES-256, standing for Advanced Encryption Standard, and also SHA-256 encryption. CA authentication is required on PC and mobile devices on the customer's end as well. With all this, I suppose we would agree that the InConnect service is much more secure when comparing to the traditional ones, right? And InConnect service has remote management features for the routers and gateways, which I often find very convenient. On the client server interface, you can monitor the data traffic for each device. You will also be able to remotely update configurations and firmware. After assigning tasks to the gateways and routers, the task status can be tracked easily on the web page. So some of you now must be wondering, how much does the service cost? Well, there is a self-registration process on this platform, so we don't need any setup fee or account fee. We only charge based on data usage, which is $2.5 US per gigabyte. And to support our customers while the virus situation is still going on, we are waiving our charges for InConnect till the end of June. So during these next 2 months, you can go ahead and test the service with no obligations and no charges. And now I'd like to hand over to Zila, our European tech support specialist, who will talk about some use cases of InConnect and show you how it works.
Thanks, Luis. Hi, everyone. And this is Ella speaking. Well, let's move on a little bit to more applications. With the global wave of industrial Internet of Things, industrial robots have been widely used in flexible manufacturing. The stability and reliability of robots in the production line are of great significance to the economic benefits of production. Faced with the current status of robot application, and to meet the requirement of higher service quality from industrial robot device manufacturers, InHand offers InRouter 900 plus InConnect service to complete remote monitoring and management solution for industrial robots. The complex structures and high maintenance costs aren't required, but also having the features detecting faults in the structure, controlling devices, and reminding users of maintenance before the machine shuts down. Next, we're talking about smart maintenance solution for oil wells. We all know that it's a harsh industrial field where a lot of unmanned devices are geographically spaced out. And our customer needed to remotely monitor the operation status of the cold machine and to do oil field transportation pipeline networking monitoring, as well as online monitoring of oil field pumping stations. In this instance, having PLCs and terminal devices with HMI systems connected to InRouter 600 via Ethernet, and having InConnect service empowered, and that enables remote maintenance, online PLC programs uploading or downloading, and data collection, etc. The feedback on this project from our customer is really great. How are they doing now? They've got anomaly detecting in advance, user reminder for targeted maintenance, and less downtime and continuous production. So a lot of you may be interested in how InConnect works. Let's see, just 3 steps. You can remotely access your devices. First, register an account, add InHand routers on it, and then associate InHand routers with your InConnect account. You have a InConnect connection built up until then. To finally access your devices on your PC, install the VPN client app and set up the connection. Very simple, right? Even the non-technical can handle that. You can also refer to the user guide on the InConnect website whenever you want. We also back up with technical support. Deployed in the cloud, the InConnect requires no maintenance or management by customers. You don't even have to worry about the security because InHand routers or gateways need CA. VPN terminal is encrypted. PC and mobile apps need CA. Integrating reliable networking devices and software platform, the InConnect delivers one-stop connection service, lowering your costs of choosing devices and platforms. Just having one account and one InHand router or gateway. Then connecting your IPC, server, IP camera, PLC, HMI, RTU, or controller to it. You can manage all your field devices anytime from anywhere within a click of a mouse. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you how can I remote access my devices in a scenario where I have a IP camera connected to InRouter 615. And firstly, I've already registered an account and ensure my router can access the internet. One of the most important steps is to associate the router with the InConnect account, which needs to be done locally. So I'm not gonna show you because it's very easy to understand. Next, I'm gonna add my InRouter 600 on my InConnect account. And let's see. So you just enter the link ics.inhandnetworks.com and log in your account. When you are confused, you can check this out. Click the question mark to view the user guide, and then create routers. So I name it IR615, and you should really be cautious about the device model and the serial number, because the connection may fail if this is wrong. Click OK, then it's done. You need to wait for a while or reload this page until the green dot appears, and then you can add your downstream devices. So I'm gonna add my IP camera. Let's see. Click this button to see a pop-up window. Fill out the IP and name, then save. As you can see, InConnect allocates virtual IP for both the router and the IP camera. So InConnect automatically creates a secure OpenVPN terminal for the accessed routers, and we need to download the OpenVPN client to access the connection. There is a shortcuts, and it supports Windows or Linux computers, Android tablets, phones, iPhones, iPads. I'm gonna take a Windows client as an example. The VPN is already installed on my computer. And in the user list, download the configuration file here, and then find OpenVPN icon on the lower right corner, and just import the file into your client. Then you see your account is on this page. Then click the connect. When the icon turns gray, your PC is connected to the secure terminal. You also receive the notification. Now you can access the downstream devices via virtual IP that InConnect allocates. So I just enter the IP, and then it goes to the IP camera loading page. So that's it, very simple. Now we're gonna pick up some questions. Let's see. And a lot of you may want to know, how many user accounts and routers can I add to one InConnect account? So the answer is, you can add 4,000 user accounts and routers, and you can connect to a maximum of 254 downstream devices to each router. And how does it charge? Yeah, Luis can answer.
So I see the question is InConnect charged or free? So as we discussed, InConnect is charged based on the data usage. So it's $2.5 per gigabytes, but it will be free in the next 2 months until the end of June. So you can run some tests if you want, and it's a self-registration process. You can create your own account on the web page.
Okay. What is a minimum monthly traffic for a router when it doesn't generate any traffic data and the network is normal? So it's about 30 to 40 megabits. Where is the InConnect server deployed? The server is deployed in Amazon in the US. And other questions? Yeah, the router mode you can access to. So if you have our in router 600, in router 900, IG 900 or VG 700, then you can use our InConnect service. And if you have your IPC or HMI or other controllers connect to our InHand devices, then all of your devices can connect to InConnect service. InConnect is based on OpenVPN. Yes, it's correct. So be mindful of the time. So
And regarding the price, 2.5 US dollars per gigabytes is for all the data traffic included. For example, if you are transfer image data from an IP camera, that will cost more than if just only like industrial data from the PLCs. And there will be no extra costs. It's only based on the data usage. And some people are asking if InConnect can be private deployed. Yes, it can, and that will we will discuss further details if you contact us in private. Yeah, but it can be privately deployed.
be mindful of time. We're gonna send you the answers and the PowerPoint to your emails. So if you have any other further questions, you can always approach us after the webinar and we'll pass on your queries to the right persons. So once more, thank you for attending this webinar, and we have to say goodbye for now.